Karen, you there? Karen, you there?
I'm
Hi.
here. Hi.
You ready? Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the September meeting of the Zoning Board of Review. I'm Kate Atwater Butcher, the chair. We have Jen Brady, our building official, land use zoning official. I never get it right. I'll never get it right. Sorry. You need the board, the thing, the name tag thing. The official. She's just the official. Karen Browning is online and she is our solicitor, and I'll let the rest of and we have Sally Broussard, our stenographer, and the rest of the board can introduce themselves.
Susan Bush.
Official? Okay. So we have a couple of items on the agenda that are not going forward this evening. We have Mitchell Sider and Lisa Beck, Plat 11, Lot 87, fire number 787 Snake Hole Road. It's an application for a special use permit under Article 3, Section 306E, and Article 4, Section 406 for expansion of a single-family dwelling and an accessory residential structure. They've requested continue to the October meeting, which is October 22nd. I'll make a motion to schedule that for the October 22nd meeting.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Okay. And then the Demos Family Trust, Gregory and Desiree Demos, trustees, Plat 3, Lot 108. An application for a variance under Section 306C for an addition to a single-family dwelling. They are requesting to continue to the October meeting. So I'll make a motion to schedule for the October 22nd meeting.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. And I, by the way, am recused on Demos, just for reference.
And Bob will not be at the October meeting, so someone should plan to chair that
For Demos.
for Demos.
We'll argue about it afterwards.
Yeah, I have a vote schedule. I know I have a commitment on the following day. I have to vote schedule, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The first hearing of the evening is the State of Rhode Island and Block Island Water District, Plat 9, Lot 87, Payne Road. It's an application by the Block Island Water District for a special use permit under Section 306E and Section 417 to construct a structure to house the well pump, control valves, and water supplies.
Good evening. My name is David Petranca. I'm legal counsel for the New Shore and Water District, otherwise known as the Block Island Water Company. It has a couple other names. We won't get into that now. I don't know how deep you've gone into the application. I tried to provide a summary of everything to the kind of a elongated answer to question 16, but I will try to keep it brief. Otherwise, we're here tonight because we need a special use permit to hold what's known as a well house control building, a WHCB. And I'm going to have John Brunig, the water superintendent, testify as to the relevant facts. I'll make some argument and answer any questions you may have.
We need to swear John in.
Yes.
Well, I'm on.
Yes, we need to swear him in. Yes.
Oh, swear me in.
Karen, can you swear John in?
John, could you raise your right hand for me? Could you state your full name for the record?
John Brunig,
Could you spell your last name for me?
Breunig.
And do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth during the course of this hearing?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. So John, tell us a little bit about the Block Island Water Company, what it does, how long it's been in operation, and how it does its function.
Well, I just said I'd tell the truth. I think it was incorporated in 1887, which is a long time since the Victorian era. It's been housed in the same area by Sands Pond since then. We supply drinking water and fire protection to the commercial areas of Old Harbor and New Harbor, to the residents and visitors of the island. We're in the throes of a water capacity expansion project, which we've discussed here before. Phase 1 is complete, which is a new water storage tank. This is phase 2, which is a new well field on the Schmidt property, which is purchased by the State of Rhode Island Water Resources Board. And phase 3 is a addition to our treatment capacity and a renovation of our treatment building.
Thank you. So in May 2022, that's when the district acquired this property, the Schmidt property, as we're calling it.
If that's what's on your notes, I would.
That is what is
that day. Then yes, that sounds about right. Yes.
Okay. And we've entered into a ground lease with the state of Rhode Island, who holds fee simple to the.
That's correct. Yes.
And just what does that ground lease entail? What is that?
It's our second ground lease with them. This is our second successful project with them. We also have one well on the Lynx property on the west side of the water company. It's essentially the same lease. It's very nice. It's for $1, I believe. But it's to operate, maintain a public water supply on the property. So the state owns the property. We're able to construct wells and well buildings or do anything that we need to do to use it as a public water supply. That was the point of the South County Water Protection Program, which we got this money through, was to develop new water supplies on land that the state purchased.
Thank you. So what we're proposing is a well house control building. Can you explain a little bit what's going to be in there?
Sure. The well house control building, since it's too far from the treatment facility, all of our other wells are controlled at the treatment facility. When we get this far away, you can't run electric lines that are essentially big enough to control it. They'd be massive. So it doesn't become feasible to control from the water treatment facility, which is on Sands Pond Road. It's about a half mile away, probably, the way the electricity would have to go. In this building, it would be variable frequency drives and other controls for the wells. Also, there's 2 wells on the property. The 2 wells will combine there with valves to control where the water goes that are automated from the treatment facility. So essentially, everything to run there. There'll also be an automatic transfer switch for power and breakers, stuff like that, electrical breakers, and anything else that we need to run the well.
Okay. And it's going to be a wood frame 20 by 30 structure, correct?
That's correct.
And it's going to, from a design standpoint, conform to the style of surrounding homes?
Yep. It's looks like I would call it, the design looks like kind of like a garage, a detached garage. Yes, that would fit in there. It'll have shingles like the rest of Black Island. I believe they're composite shingles, not cedar, and 2 faux windows on either side and a door in the front, kind of a large garden shed or a detached garage type of look to it.
Ask a question, just interrupt you while you're.
Absolutely.
Please.
Yeah.
I wasn't here for the acceptance of the application, so. What happened to the house?
The house has been demolished. It was it's a good question. The house was a liability.
So they have to come because it's like not a dwelling, it's an accessory.
It's that it's a utility structure.
A utility structure, yeah.
Okay, all right,
Yes.
I was thinking.
It's a utility structure in residential.
Then really a garage with plumbing, like infrastructure in it, like a pressure tank, whatever, essentially.
Yeah, Jen and I had this discussion at first when I first walk into our office. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd run it.
For you to,
Yeah,
no, I
yeah.
was trying to.
Jen's first question to me was, did you tear down the existing structure? Yeah, we had to, yeah.
Good, okay.
It was-
Utility.
The tower is still there, yeah. The tower we'd like to keep. It's a historical structure, yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'd like to keep the tower and actually try to maintain it, because I think it's cool and it's part of our history.
Okay, thank you, sorry.
No, not at all. So as previously mentioned, we're here under 2 different sections of the zoning ordinance. It's 306E and 417. And we just got to hit these legal notes.
Okay.
So bear with me, everybody, as I get into the legalese, right? So, John, it would be fair to say from your standpoint that this special use that we're asking for is specifically authorized under the town zoning ordinance in section 306E, correct?
That's correct.
The intended use, you would say, does not create a degradation in level of service with respect to traffic circulation in the area?
No, there's no traffic really there.
And the intended use respects and enhances the architectural character of the surrounding area based on the proposed design?
Yeah, it'll fit right into anything else up there, yeah.
And this intended use will minimize any light pollution using dark sky compliant techniques if needed?
Wait, so what?
That's as required under the ordinance?
Yeah, yeah, wait, well, what are you talking about?
So if you had lighting, it would be dark sky compliant?
Yes, we'll probably have some motion lights on it, so that if, as someone pulls up, yes, we're not having lights on all the time, no.
Thank you. The intended use, you would say, minimizes any stormwater impacts, utilizing any vegetative swales or similar bioretention methods to make sure that it doesn't cause any stormwater issues in the area?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay. The intended use will not exceed any local noise ordinances, correct?
No,
So there are special conditions under section 417, which concerns utility facilities, but those will be met as proposed and as outlined in the previously submitted application.
that's correct, yeah.
And just a couple of points from that. The proposed siting of this utility facility will minimize any adverse visual impact, and the facility will be screened by any planting to the extent feasible.
That's correct, yes.
The proposed utility facility will comply with all state and federal regulations for any such facility.
That's correct, we'll have to, yes.
Okay. And the proposed utility facility located in this residential A zone will, to the extent feasible, be designed to resemble a single-family residence or accessory building.
Yes,
The proposed use is appropriate for the specific site and compatible with adjacent buildings in form, placement, and design.
yes,
As the skies open up. The design and layout of the buildings and other proposed structures will be related harmoniously to the terrain and to existing buildings in the vicinity. Excuse
yes,
me. The scale, height, bulk, and proportions of the proposed buildings, their design, including roof style, facade openings, architectural style, and detailing and building materials will be visually and dimensionally compatible with the surrounding area.
that's correct.
Lastly, the application does not propose to attach an antenna or other device related to the operation of a utility facility to a wind energy conversion system.
No,
You're not using wind power.
we're not using wind power, and
Full
we're
stop.
communicating with fiber optics, not an antenna, because that is a thing. So,
Okay, thank you. So that's all I have for this witness. I didn't know if there were any other questions the board may have.
Dave, if I might, I have one question for you.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Just for
Yes.
the record, I just want to make sure that the application is consistent with the terms of the underlying ground lease with the state of Rhode Island. And that if there's any notice provision in that ground lease to the state regarding the application, that has been complied with.
So to that extent, John, the state is technically a co-applicant. They have signed this application and assented to this.
that's correct. It's gone through all the legal department of the Department of Administration, who the Water Resources Board is under, and signed, approved, signed, and returned, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Do you want to submit some,
So I was going to say, I would ask that the application as submitted be considered a full exhibit, which includes the,
easier for us if we.
Do it one at a time?
I mean, I don't think you need to, I mean, I would take this.
that'd be fine by me, but
If you want to, if you want the application as part of it, I don't think, and then they're not part of the exhibit, but we do have two letters. We have a letter from the favorable advisory from the Conservation Commission and the zoning, the planning board. So applicants exhibit 1 would be Block Island Water Company, a survey plan, radius map, site plan, and well house building structural plans and details by James Jeremiah and Associates, dated (8/29/24).
conservation. If you want to mark conservation, right, yeah.
Yeah.
You wanna mark
Do you want, yeah, do we need to? Yeah, we should, okay. All right, the, second, is the advisory to the zoning board of review from the Conservation Commission. It is a favorable advisory, and it's dated 8/14/25. And the third exhibit would be the advisory to the zoning board of review from the planning board. It's a favorable advisory dated the September 10th, but it's not signed. Dated September 10th. And then we'll do the application, just so you, as you're summarizing it. And then
No,
Oh.
it's September 23rd.
September 23rd,
Yeah,
excuse
is the
me.
date of planning.
The applicant's application is going to be exhibit number, is that 5?
4.
4.
And I believe there should be an affidavit with regard to notice. All right.
Okay, does anybody have any questions? Okay, this is a public hearing. Does anybody in the audience have any questions for the applicant? All right, I will make a motion to close the public hearing and take it under consideration. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Karen. I have to go to another meeting now virtually, so
Okay.
excuse my abrupt leaving.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, John. Because I'm gonna leave. Do you want me to? I'm happy to write this. If anybody, I'm gonna leave because I'm recused on the next thing.
Yeah, do you want to, I think Karen prefers that you talk about it before you start the next one. So if you want to just.
Yeah, I have no issue with it. They answered all the issues. It's really. Yeah, and there's some stipulations in the planning board. There's some stipulations in the planning board decision that, we, can add to our decision, but I'm happy to work on it. Just remind me.
Hey, do you mind just speaking a little closer to the mic for me? I'm having
Oh,
trouble
sorry.
hearing you.
I just said that I would work on it.
Okay.
The decision, and then incorporating the planning board's advisory into it.
Yes, I'm glad you said that actually. And just so the board knows, Libra Planners, a relatively new planner here on Block Island, is preparing staff reports and planning reports for most of the applications. So take a look at that report as they come in for different applications, this one included. And the reason why I bring that up is they do make a point of setting forth all of the findings of fact that are important.
Mhm.
And to the extent that you want to, you can incorporate that report and that information in your deliberations, in your findings, and even a lot of cities and towns boards, they incorporate it into their motion. And what that does is it just makes the process go a little bit quicker rather than having to read out all of the findings of fact in a motion. Sometimes, not always, you can rely on those reports to help you along in crafting that motion and also to speed it up. So for what it's worth, I'm just putting that out there.
Okay. So what you're saying is we don't have to list all the findings of facts, we reference the planning board's.
So if it's in the
To go
record,
by-
you can incorporate, if you agree with them, you can always add to them, and I suggest you
Okay.
do. The more robust findings of fact that you have, the better. But if you're looking for some guidance on the findings, you can incorporate a report like that if it's in the record from your planner.
Okay.
Did we get a copy of the staff report? You have a copy of the planning board advisory. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks, everybody.
If you want that in a Word document, I can.
No, that's right. Don't know how to do that. Oh, yeah.
Talking about planning board?
Yeah. Okay, thanks, guys.
Take care, okay?
Karen, Susan is going to chair the next hearing, just so you're aware.
All right, our next hearing is Muddy Paws LLC, Plat 6, Lot 72-2, Fire Number 149, Old Town Road. Application for a variance from Section 308C and a special use permit by Deborah Frost and Christopher DeCaro for the reconfiguration of a first floor and to add a second floor to a dwelling. Expansion of a previously approved special use permit under a detached multifamily development. Do we have Deborah? Would you like to testify and come up and talk to us about it? I think we need to swear you in first.
Karen, can you swear her in?
Yes, absolutely. Deborah, could you raise your right hand? Could you state your full name for the record for me? Check to see if your microphone's on. You might need to press the button.
Okay,
There you are. Let's try
Thank
that
you.
again. Could you raise your right hand for me? Could you state your full name?
sure. Deborah Kathleen Frost.
And Deborah, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth during the course of this hearing?
Yes,
Thank you.
Frost, like snow, Frost.
Are there documents you would like to submit as exhibits?
Nope,
Are you sure?
I think so.
I think we need, yeah,
Packet, right there on the top. Yes.
yes,
Susan.
I think you
Well-
want should we do it all together, the application and the,
I think the architectural plans are probably the most
okay.
important. Doug, do you have a new set or that we're using the same ones, correct? Okay.
Yeah,
All right, the architectural plans are
Right there.
right here. So
Okay.
this is architectural plans prepared by W. Douglas Gilpin Jr. The date is 8/30/2024. So this would be Exhibit 1.
Mhm.
The Planning Board Advisory dated September 23rd, Exhibit 2. The Conservation Commission dated September 9 would be Exhibit 3. And then should we submit the application? Put that, okay, all right.
I said no.
All right. Okay, so would you like to tell us what you want to accomplish with this?
sure. So it's an existing 582 square foot structure. We are reconfiguring the first floor and putting a second floor on it. We are not changing the footprint. It'll go with the existing foundation. So the exact same size, except for we're going up. It'll be a second floor. We have come before this group a couple times. We've been through the historic committee for approval, and then the advisories from both planning and conservation have been unanimous in recommending us to proceed.
Does anybody have any questions about the site plan or the architectural plans? I know that there is a favorable advisory, the planning board and the conservation commission are both favorable advisories. What I was wondering about, should we, what about the this is based on an expansion of a special use permit that was granted.
Correct.
Should that be, should that decision be part of an exhibit or? not
I
necessarily?
think I think the applicant probably needs to put some of the testimony on the record regarding the standards in the special use permit, but it would be outlined in the planning board decision. Karen, I don't know if you want to speak to that.
Is the question whether to go through the findings?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, always. If the applicant, either on her own or through questions from the board, could put some evidence or some testimony into the record on the various findings, that's always helpful.
You want to give me the planning board back and we'll go through it?
Maybe on the second page.
All right. One of the things is that the scale, the proposal is appropriate for the specific site. Scale, bulk, and height is consistent with buildings on the same plat, and the facade and outer form will follow the original structure, visual language.
Mhm,
Is that
correct.
correct?
Yes. And we do have a height restriction
Mhm.
that we had to present to the historic committee. It has to be, I think it's 28 feet, 6 inches, less than that, and we would meet that requirement.
Will the development affect the established physical land use? Because with any long-term plans to alter vegetation, ridges, or surrounding landscapes?
No,
You don't intend to do that?
No.
The comment from the planning board was that care should be taken to minimize any unnecessary destruction of vegetation. It will remain in use as a home.
correct.
Is that correct?
Yes, single-family dwelling.
And will have no effect on pedestrians or landward and seaward vehicles and their users.
Correct.
The existing sewage disposal system and drainage will remain. Is that
Correct.
correct?
Yep, it's town water and town sewer.
All right. And because you are close to the Milltail Swamp and Pond, you will be taking efforts during construction to minimize any adverse effects to the nearby environment.
Correct.
All right. Do you maintain that this is consistent with the purpose of 308 of the zoning ordinance?
Yes.
How about with the same with the New Shoreham Comprehensive Plan to achieve a balanced, harmonious development pattern that preserves Block Island's environmental and aesthetic quality and promotes economic vitality and overall livability?
Yes.
All right, so it is noted that the lot coverage is 25.9% and the maximum allowed is 25%. So what we would be doing is granting a 0.9% dimensional variance. The proposed additions are consistent with the cultural and visual character of the surrounding condominiums and general area,
Correct.
correct?
Yeah, the historic committee was very specific on windows, siding, roof material, trim.
Yeah, I saw the historic. Maybe we should put this as an exhibit. The Historic District Commission issued a certificate of appropriateness, reviewed and approved on November 25th, 2024. So that could be exhibit number 4. All right, so does anyone have any questions on this application?
I have one question for Deborah. Hi, Deborah. Last time you were here, I think we chatted a little bit about the possibility that the property was subject to a land condo. Is that in fact the case?
The land is not a condo. So
Okay.
the individual structure home is, but we purchased it with the structure and the land that it sits on. So the land isn't owned by the condo.
So you own the land itself and the building.
Correct.
Got it. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Right. This is a public hearing. If anyone in the audience has any questions or comments, now is the time. All right. If there are no further questions, I move that we close the public hearing and take this matter under consideration. All in favor?
Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah.
Thank you.
All right. I don't want to mess up your papers.
That's okay, I can fix it. Do you,
Okay.
maybe if you want to have a,
Yeah, how do you all, does anybody have any issue with that?
Yeah, me either.
Me either. Okay. All right,
Yeah, GR8.
all right, good. So who wants to write the decision?
I just did.
I know, it's my turn. All right, okay,
Can I just make a recommendation?
yes,
When you are discussing and figuring out who's going to write it, it also might make sense if you can to talk about what you heard, what's in the record that makes you feel the way you do about the application. You don't have to get into some long, speech about it, but if there are certain pieces of information for the record, that's always helpful. And it honestly is, it's important because it's going to be the basis on which you make a motion and also any written decision, so that the decision is properly founded in the testimony and the evidence that has come in. So I encourage you during that time of discussion to talk about what you heard, what's in the record, before you go on to make the motion later on.
okay. Well, should we retrofit this and go back to just in our discussion of why we are in favor of approving this application? I mean, I will say that it conforms with the items in the special use, the elements of the special use permit that are applicable. It is not asking for anything out of, totally out of bounds. It's a very reasonable request. They have appeared to me to have made an effort to conform with the neighborhood and with the existing regulations. That's why I have no issue with this or would vote for it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I'd add that it's not, the hardship isn't due to the applicant's prior action. She bought this house as it was.
Mhm.
She's not planning to expand the footprint at all. It's just going up. So even though we're granting a dimensional variance for the lot coverage, it's not increasing from what's existing. Increasing from what already exists.
I second what both you ladies said. I
Okay.
second what Rob said.
Okay, so we are still in agreement that we are going to provide a favorable decision.
Absolutely.
Karen, is that kind of what you were looking for?
The first part is, the last part, not so much. I think the last part, you just want to ask somebody, if you want to ask somebody to, or decide who's going to draft a motion for the next meeting, that's one option. You always have the option too of voting, as right now. But it depends on your preference.
I did volunteer to write it. Do you want
So-
somebody to, okay,
So you've discussed it, you've linked what you've heard to the findings, and now you will assign yourself to draft a motion consistent with what was just discussed for the next meeting, at which time it will be voted on.
correct. I'm not sure I can replicate that. I'm going to move that,
Can I interrupt you for
Yeah.
1 second? We could put this on for the 30th for decision if, I don't know if the applicant's planning to start construction right away, but,
is that enough time for me to get it written and for?
Right, maybe
for-
not.
For
Okay.
Karen to review it? I mean, I can get it written in a couple of days, but Karen's gonna need.
we'll
to-
wait, we'll wait,
Okay.
yeah, because we have to post it and everything, so,
All right.
okay.
Yes, I
Alright,
think
so-
that the only motion that you're making at this point is just to put it on for the next hearing date
All
for
right,
decision.
I will move that we, make our decision at the next meeting of the zoning board on October 22nd, 2025.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Okay. I'm still the chair, huh? All right. We don't have any minutes or anything like that, do we? No, I didn't see any minutes, not any new minutes. All right, so I'll make a motion to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right.